Hey, what's up, guys? So this is a story about me and my friend when we prank called this person, and they got super freaked out, and it was hilarious. Anyways, so started out whenever me and my buddy was playing some Call of Duty Black Ops 2 on PS3. We got kind of bored, so we decided we'd look around for some numbers on people we could prank call. So we found this one girl, and so we got her number, and so it starts off by he calls her, and he acts like he's the director of our schools and everything, and it was pretty funny, talking about like how she wasn't gonna be able to pass like her classes and everything like that if she didn't make good enough in our grammar and language arts. And so then I call a little bit later with like the creepiest voice I can manage and say that I'm watching her a little bit and so like that. Then she hangs up on me, and so she texting him. She's just like, "Quick, prank calling me," and stuff like that. That's kind of creepy. He was like, "That ain't me. I don't know who else is calling you." She's like, "Yeah, sure." So he calls her again, and so he's talking to her, just regular conversation. Whenever I beep in, so it can pretty much be proven that it's not him doing the creepy voice. So I call in and try to convince her that it's like completely just someone that doesn't even go to her school. Just the creepiest voice I can ever manage. So basically, I pretend to be her dad's friend from jail, and so she gets pretty freaked out about that. Then I say I'm watching her, and this right here is the point where she has 4 little siblings over. She has a stepbrother, stepsister, a real brother, and a real sister over. And they all start getting kind of freaked out, and 2 of them went to go hiding. That's what she said to a buddy, and so at this point we were kind of horse laughing a little bit after she hung up, and so he calls her again, and she's like, "Seriously, tell your friend to quit. She's starting to freak out my little siblings." And he's like, "What? I don't know who's calling you." Anyways, now I call her again and say that I'm watching her through her window and that I'm a clown because she texted our buddy and said that her worst fear was clowns. So basically say I'm like, "Ding ding ding, you got it right, I'm a clown." And so she texts my buddy and she's like, "I know it's you and your buddy now because I just told you that my worst fear is clowns, and he just said he's a clown." So it was like, "I seriously don't know who it is. Do you think they could be watching us?" And she's like, "I don't know, but like I'm starting to get kind of freaked out, and so are my siblings. My little sister's starting to cry, and I still can't find my little brother and little sister." And so she went looking for him. She got kind of panicked. My friend was still talking to her on the phone at this point, and so I call her back, and I'm just like, "I really need to speak to your dad. Like, her dad's in jail because he kind of like went on a, yeah, he got kind of crazy." And so basically she says, "Well, blah 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 blah, like you can't talk to him." I said, "Okay." And so she said, "Whoever this isn't funny." And then she's like, "Ha ha, yeah, really funny. Just keep on calling me. I don't care." And so I was like, "Yeah, laugh amongst yourself. This is a joke only you will take as a joke." And I was just like, "Yeah, just laugh until you can't breathe, because you won't be able to breathe when I strangle you." And that, I know that was pretty messed up of me, but it was pretty funny though. And so anyways, we kept on, and at this point it was whenever all of her little siblings started crying. She started getting like pretty freaked out, and she started believing that it wasn't part of Isaac's prank. Alright, we take this really, really far, okay? So basically, it's a little bit later, we've been sort of messing around with her some more. Can't remember the exact details because this was just last night, and so it carries on a little bit, and basically I'm talking to her. I'm just like, "I see you've been talking to my buddy Isaac a lot." And so she's like, "Yeah, what about him?" I'm just like, "I'm gonna send people after him." She's like, "What do you mean?" I'm like, "I'm gonna send people after him to kill him." And so it's a little bit later, we've sort of been messing around with her a little bit more. Isaac's been trying to comfort her and everything like that. And so basically I call her back a little bit later, and I figure out a little bit more. Then Isaac calls her again. He's like, "Whoa, there's people, just like a black van with free candy wrote on the side of it." Like, this is completely exactly how I said it. with free candy written on the side of it. Just pulled into my driveway. There's like a dude wearing like a red mask just in the van. So he said, alright, I'm gonna go outside and take a look at it, take a picture. So he takes a picture. Well, he doesn't actually take a picture. He goes on Google. Like me and him both go on Google. We find a good picture that looks right. Where it's dark, it's a black van, and has free candy wrote on the side of it. And so he sends that picture to her. And she's like, well, that's like really freaky. Like, are you serious? Like, you're kidding, right? He's like, no, I'm not kidding at all. And, so, basically, so, he said he ran back up in his room, locked his door, and he was watching him through the window. And, so, basically, what he said was, dude, 4 of them just got out of the car. One of them has a saw, one of them has a hammer, one of them has a hatchet, one of them has a big red fire axe. And so she's like, are you serious? Like, you're kidding, right? He's like, no, I'm not kidding at all. Should I shoot at him? And she's like, yeah, shoot him. And so basically I get on my tablet and I pull up a gunshot sound effect, and he's like, okay, I'm gonna count down to 3 and I'm gonna shoot him. Alright? And so he turns up his microphone on PS3, because we're still talking on PS3 and everything, alright? And so I get it real loud right next to my microphone, and he turns up his headset where it can play through the phone, and he's like, 3, 2, 1, then like the gunshot noise plays, and she's like, did you get him? He was like, yeah, I got him. He's down. He's down. And a little bit later, he's like, dude, that was like freaky. I don't know where the other ones went. I'm gonna see if I can find him. He's like, whoa, I see the one that was driving. He's back up there hiding behind a gravestone up there. And so he said he just ran back inside, locked his doors again, and he was watching through his window. Whenever, like, you know, after he says that he shot the little clown, he said the other ones started running away. They were hiding somewhere. And so, he said they started running down the road, not just leaving their van behind, just running. So he said, alright, I'm gonna see if I can shoot him. I'm gonna mute the phone so I can shoot them all and not set off so many gunshots in the phone. And so, he unmutes the phone like he's talking to me and stuff like that. And, yeah, he like unmutes the phone. And he's like, okay, yeah, I got them all. They all should run down the street. Oh crap. My neighbor's light just turned on. He's running over to the clowns right now, and she's like, seriously, what are you gonna do? What if they know that you're the one that killed the clown? He's like, I don't know. So he goes outside, you know, he's watching, like, and so the clown apparently gets back up, according to him. So basically the clown gets back up, tackles his neighbor, and then stabs him and kills the neighbor. Well, not kills him, almost kills him, and gets up, runs away. And so he gets up and says he just put his neighbor out of his misery, and he don't know what to do with the bodies because he just killed 6 people. And she said, I don't know what you could do with them. And so he's like, I think I'm gonna have to go dump them in every pond around me, and maybe go throw one off the river bridge. She's like, how are you gonna get down to the river bridge? And he said, I don't know, I guess I can take my 4-wheeler, it's pretty fast. And she's like, well, be careful. And he's like, so he mutes it for a second. He's like, I think I'm gonna call it quits. I'm like, okay. And so he says, hey, I gotta tell you something. Another van just pulled into my driveway. Then he says, no, for real, it's just me and my buddy messing around with you. Well, man, it was a good time, dude. Like, man. Probably we could have like recorded everything, like all the reactions as it happened. Anyways, hope you enjoyed this story for today, and if you want more, make sure you let me know. Peace.